Alright, we're on day 2 of our Infinity Rail installation here in Mount Vernon, and we have our second run of Infinity posts installed, and we've installed most of the glass clamps. These clamps are a clamshell style clamp. The 3/8 inch tempered glass will then will nest here on the bottom and then rest here, and then we'll fasten them on the other side. Machine screws will hold them in place, as well as some rubber stoppers, and that will be the entire finished rail, so it has a very, very nice non-intrusive look. Down here we're preparing to install the top and bottom rails on what we would call a standard 9000 rail. That's CrystaLite's 9000 top rail, and that is going to be on our 6-foot high post for the privacy screen over here. So let's go over here and check it out. Okay, so here we have our 9000 top rail from CrystaLite. 9000 top rail, it consists of, this is the 9000 portion, which is this profile. We've pre-cut out of 20-foot sections of this rail section, both the top cap, this is the finished surface at the very top of the rail, what they call the snap pocket. This is what will fasten to the top rail itself, and this sits on top. And then we have the bottom rail here, which snaps over these shear blocks here. We have shear blocks at the bottom as well as at the top. Now this particular rail, because it is 6 feet tall, will also have a glass clamp similar to the exact same glass clamp we're using on the Infinity posts. So what we do is we loosen up the post itself to allow us to shift it out of the way and get these rail sections installed without scratching the side of the post. If we were to try to install the rail sections with the post tight, we would wind up scratching it to try to get it in there and fit cleanly. One of the things about CrystaLite is it is a very clean and professional looking rail, but that does require quite a lot of detailed cutting and detailed precise measurements. So we have pre-cut all these. We take a fine file and clean up any burrs on the edges of the sections. They're just cut with a carbide tipped miter saw blade on a quality miter saw that'll give you a good square cut. What we're going to start with is installing temporarily installing the bottom rail. I shouldn't say temporarily, just setting it in place, but we're not going to actually drill and fasten it yet. So we'll take this bottom rail section. We want to move part of the other section out of the way and drop this in place. Okay, so right now it's setting in there. This is where you use the mallet. I like to use these combination weighted mallets. It's rubber on one side and plastic on the other. You can get them at well, before Sears was gone, you could get them at Sears, but you can get them at just about every hardware store. Okay, you're just going to tap it down in place. Okay, this is just to hold it in place temporarily until we go and drill and fasten that. Okay. The next step we're going to do, we're going to take our clamp and we're going to install the snap pocket and top rail. And the snap pocket slides underneath the bottom of the shear block here, and the top rail goes over the top, like so. Okay. Now this is where the clamps come in handy. This is a short section, so we can just use it. Now the snap pocket's called a snap pocket because when you go to clamp it together, it snaps into place. There we go. Snaps into place. So now that will hold itself up there. The section will actually rise up a little bit when we go to install it completely. Okay. So the next step is we're going to go all the way along and install all these the same way on all 3 sections of this 6-foot rail section. Once we get them all in place, we'll draw everything tight together with the ratchet strap, and then we will drill and screw both here on the bottom with the stainless steel, number 12 stainless steel screw. This is a 3/4 inch screw, and this will go down through the top of this bottom rail into the shear block. So you'll pre-drill at an angle. You drill at an angle so that it uses the mechanical advantage of the screw to draw everything tight. And then at the top, it's a number 12 by 1/2 inch, and that will go up through the bottom of the snap pocket into the shear block. So we'll come back in a little while and see where we are after we get these all installed and drill and fasten.